Do you know what makes God look glorious? When we live a life like this man, Richard Wurmbrand, who I'm going to tell you about right now. In 1948, a Romanian pastor, a man called Richard Wurmbrand, was abducted, kidnapped, and he was put in solitary confinement for 3 years. All he had to do to escape this punishment, which he didn't deserve, all he had to do was to renounce the Lord Jesus Christ and say, "I no longer believe." But he refused to. He then spent another 11 years in prison, and every time he was caught on his knees praying, the guards would come in and beat him. He was beaten so badly on his feet that he could never walk normally again when he eventually was released from prison. But he never stopped praying. He knew what it was to love his enemies and to pray for those who persecute you. And because he persisted in praying for those guards, some of them were even won for the Lord Jesus Christ. And when we look at the life of Richard Wurmbrand, when we read the story of the Apostle Paul, who was also beaten, who also suffered hunger, who was imprisoned, who was shipwrecked, who suffered a terrible life, spending his whole time on the road around Europe when he could have had a comfortable life in Jerusalem. When we read that life, we can't then say, Jesus promises you success, abundance and comfort and ease. No, rather we should be preaching the message that when we suffer, we should count it all joy. Because although these pains hurt, they're only temporary. But we have an eternal Christ who has pleasures and joys in Him for all of eternity that await us. Okay.